that's part of the music thing, though. I mean, there's a lot of rejection in
Yeah.
music. How do you handle rejection in the music scene? Say you're like trying to get a show or whatever, and they just flat out no. Is it just water off a duck's back? You keep going. Does it weigh you down? How do you feel for? Yeah,
No, I'm just
right.
kidding.
Cry for
No.
only 2 days. It's
And then get
regiment.
over it. No, I don't think it's really good to give it a whole lot of thought if you get a no. I mean, I'm one to keep knocking on those doors to create opportunity, but I think it's good if you just kind of let it go
Hmm.
and know that there's always another opportunity around the corner for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That brings me to the scene. There's a ton of musicians around, and of course,
Hmm.
post 2020, we're gaining more and more musicians into the scene, which is great. Do you have a favorite local artist that you just love seeing play?
Hmm. There's so many great ones.
Hell yeah, there are.
Yeah. I would say you're definitely on my
Oh,
list.
thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like Brett G. Rutter.
Yeah.
He's great, especially at the open mics. Evan Kreider's awesome. We jammed once on stage
Oh, no kidding.
in Chambersburg. Yeah, that was
Nice.
really fun. So yeah, and all the people from Bird's Nest.
Yeah. Now, are you playing there again this year, or?
I hope so.
Nice. How did your show go? You had it, I think, last month. Weren't you there in January or December?
It was actually at the end of November.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
It was really fun. I had a
He,
great time there.
he's great.
Yeah,
That venue's awesome.
I love it. Great space.
Do you still go to open mics there, or?
I haven't been this year, but I hope to in the future.
All right.
It's just been such a busy schedule, for sure.
Yeah, isn't that the case? I mean,
Yeah.
oh man, life of a musician, always on the road. So
Yeah.
I think Daisy probably asked you this, and I had no thought, I had no consideration to this question. I never asked myself this question, which is weird, being a more business-minded person I am, that somehow I hadn't had that conversation with myself, and I'm interested to know your answer. I don't know if she asked you. She said, "Where do you see yourself in 3 years?"
I knew you
What
were going to ask
possible
that.
answer did you have to that one?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really thought that far in advance, but,
Hmm.
I usually just kind of think like a year from now for sure. But I answered it as I would like to see myself playing in Nashville
Nice.
and maybe
All
like
right.
living there. I'm gonna check it out in May. I'm gonna
Wow.
see if I like it. Kind of see the vibe. I went there in 2017, so it's been a while,
Hmm.
but a lot of people from my hometown, they did move there last year. So
Hmm.
I know like two or three other musicians that moved from Maryland to Nash.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. There's a lot of opportunity there. It is inundated with musicians for sure. So I'm sure there's a lot of competition, but
Gotta be. I actually have
yeah.
a good friend of mine. We've been best friends for like 20 years. I can hook you up with. He is from
Wow.
my hometown, which is not Boston, but close to Boston. And we grew up together. And he did it. He left Massachusetts and he spent, oh God, I don't know, like 4-ish plus years in Nashville. He like recorded 2 albums down there and he met a bunch. So he did the grind. You know, he was living with like
Wow.
4 other dudes or something like that, and they were all working like full time, overtime, just to like survive down there. And so if you'd like his contact, he's still playing music. He's back in Massachusetts, but he's got just one more person with excellent inside information and perspective because he was in Nashville,
Wow. That is
and he said it
awesome.
was good on the music, rough to continue like just being there. With the jobs and then also playing music. He was having a tough time with that, but it was great. Every call we ever had, he was just in the grind, and I'm like, dude, I can't wait 5 years from now. Looking back on these conversations, it's gonna be wild.
That is so cool. Oh my gosh. Did he like work another job?
Yeah, he was like a
Um,
school teacher, and I think he drove for like Uber or something like that, or he was like delivering groceries for one of like Instacart or something,
oh, cool.
and then just gigged everywhere.
That's incredible.
Yeah, so he's got really inside information from what we've talked to. From what we've talked about, Carlisle and Nashville are two entirely separate beasts. But you're probably up. You're probably ahead of the game because they want original music, obviously, in Nashville.
Yeah.
So many cover acts probably wouldn't thrive. But yeah, I'll have to give you his contact information. Should you be interested in,
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
getting another inside perspective. Do you see a benefit in using Facebook? Like, what are your thoughts on social media? Because as far as advertising your music, because I mean, it's almost you have to do it. But like, do you like doing it? Do you find frustration with it?
I like it. I think it's fun, but it can be a little bit overwhelming for sure.
That's fair. Now, do you post all your events and stuff on Facebook, or?
I do. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Yeah. So that honestly helps get it out there and get more people to go, I think.